Okay, let's revise something. Okay, in our last class, I mean Saturday, we started with which topic? Saturday. Everybody was present, right, in that class? Then, Earth. Okay, in that what we discussed? 5 minutes, okay. Quickly, let's discuss everything. Just to, getting into the feelings of the geography. Cloud, okay. Energies, then glaciers and ice caps, then ocean currents, then okay, 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 then basic landforms and waterforms, okay, then ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ. Lagoon, solar system. Lagoon is fresh water or saline water forms? Saline water forms. Then continental shelf, continental rise, abyssal plain. ಅದು ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಲ್ವಾ? ಅದರಿಂದ ಹಿಂದೆನಾ? ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ವೇಸ್, ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ನೆಬುಲಾ ಥಿಯರಿ, ದೆನ್ ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರಾ? ದೆನ್ ಸನ್, ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ, earth, interior of earth, then what we discussed after that? Magnetism, then never last class, okay, then moon, okay, gained impact theory, okay, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, then ಓಕೆ, ನೀವಿರಲಿಲ್ವಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ? ಹೇಳಿ. ನೀವಿದ್ರಲ್ವಾ ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್? ಇರಲಿಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟಲ್ ಡ್ರಿಫ್ಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿ. I told you to watch continental drift video, right, in YouTube. How many of you watched already? Nobody. Fine. Next. You missed some wonderful thing, okay? That is like clearly they have mentioned in a right side centuries after century running like a seconds. Left side how it traveled, like India was in a southern hemisphere first and it traveled to northern hemisphere. That was wonderful. Next what we discussed? Quick. I have a lot many to do today. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಮೂಡಿಗೆ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ನೆನಪಾಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬೇರೆ ಟ್ರೆಂಚಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ, old fold mountains, then intermediate, then young mountains. Any example for old fold mountains? Indian example, old fold mountains. What about Eastern Ghats? Is it a fold mountain or not? Himalaya, that's also fold mountain. And Himalaya is younger or older than Eastern Ghat? Don't go with your notes. I discussed it, right? You know everything. Huh? Himalaya is younger or older than Western Ghats? Himalayas are younger because it is formed because of the continental drift theory, northward movement of the Indo-Pacific plate, right? Indo-Pacific plate, Eurasian plate. I discussed it. Huh. This one you forgot, like major plates, minor plates, micro plates. Huh. Mention any minor plate. What is the single oceanic major plate? Which is single oceanic major plate? That is the only single oceanic major plates. Rest of them are continental plates. Pacific plate, right? Name any one minor plate. Nazca. Micro plate, anyone? Okay. Next. Western Ghats are older or Eastern Ghats are older? Eastern Ghats are older, not Western Ghats. Okay. Western Ghats are younger mountains. Next. And which is high altitude? Which is highest height? Or which is broader? Which is biggest mountain? Western or Eastern Ghat? Western Ghat is the biggest mountain. Broader in terms of the altitude, in terms of the width, in terms of the breadth, everything. Western Ghat is bigger than the Eastern Ghats, but Western Ghat is younger than Eastern Ghats. Next. Aravalli Mountain. Aravalli Mountain comes in which part of India? Northwestern parts of India, mainly in Rajasthan, that area. It starts from Gujarat, runs up to nearly Delhi, Haryana. Okay. Then Satpura ranges, middle. Okay. Satpura, Narmada River, Vindhya, North India. Okay. And Vindhya, Satpura and Narmada rivers are the east. Not Tapi and Narmada rivers are the west flowing rivers. Rest of the Himalayan rivers are the east flowing rivers. Always remember. Like rest of the Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, they are all east flowing. That means what? They drains in Bay of Bengal. But Narmada and Tapi, they runs in the valley between the two mountains and they reaches Arabian Sea. That means they are the west flowing river. West. If you look at this India, this is the west and this is the east. And all other Himalayan rivers are the east flowing, and Narmada and Tapi is the exception. Kelidar tumba sakti. Narmada and Tapi are the west flowing rivers. Okay. Narmada runs between the two mountains, Vindhya and Satpura, middle of India. Next ಏನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ? ಛೋಟಾ ನಾಗ್ಪುರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟು ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಛೋಟಾ ನಾಗ್ಪುರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಯೂ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ eastern part, not northeastern means today's Assam, Meghalaya, that is not northeastern. In mainland northeastern, like Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, some parts of Odisha, this is the Chota Nagpur plateau. Means that is the source of minerals in India. That is the place of source of mineral. All minerals except gold and diamond. There is no gold mineral, there is no diamond mineral, but rest of the minerals, maybe from bauxite to magnesium, everything is there. It's like a pot of minerals. Okay. Chota Nagpur plateau, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and some parts of Odisha. This area. Next, ಬೇರೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ? Hotspots. What is hotspot? What is hotspot? The geographical hotspot. Volcanic means where it is intensive volcanic activity. Means volcanic activities are normal, earthquakes are normal. That area are called hotspot area. Like Pacific Ocean ridges, Pacific Plate end part, that is the hotspot area. In ecological hotspot, that is different. That is biodiversity rich area, and it is nowadays if the because of any human or anthropogenic reason or natural reason, if the biodiversity is decreasing, then that region is called hotspot region in environment and ecology. In geography subject, hotspot means earthquake rich region or volcano rich region. Okay. Next. Next, what we discussed. What is faulting? What is faulting? Faulting means what? First of all, there is a crack on the rock, right? There is a crack on the rock. After crack, if rock moves because of this crack, that is called faulting. Faulting means movement of the rock because of crack. This is the easiest definition. Faulting means movement of rock because of crack, right? Discuss ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ವಾ? ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತೇನೆ. Next, types of faults: normal, reverse, transform. Transform means what? One rock is like this, one rock is like this, right? Transform. Then that was the last topic we discussed it, right? Take heading as a earthquake. What is the spelling? Spelling of earthquake? K, not C, okay? There is no C here. There is no C here. Now tell me, what is earthquake then? Earthquake andre bhukampa. Define bhukampa. Kampana means what? Shivering, shaking. Bhu means earth. The shivering of the earth itself is an earthquake. Shivering or shaking of the earth's surface is itself is a earthquake. Shivering may be because of lot many reasons. Okay. Vibration or shivering experience of the earth. Vibration or shivering experience of the earth is called earthquake. And this is one of the geographical phenomena. Large scale loss of life happens, right? Turkey. This is the best time because Turkey experiencing biggest earthquake. India is also supporting, extending its supporting hands to the Turkey, right? Current affairs ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? See, write this diagram. This is surface of the earth. Consider this is a rock structure. Consider this is the focus point and the place directly above the focus are called epicenter. Epicenter. What is this? This is nothing but a wave. See, from here waves start from focus and runs up to surface of the earth, like in every direction, 360 degree. What is this? These are the earthquake waves. These are the earthquake waves and this is the focus and this is the area epicenter. This F means focus, means earthquake starts from this place. Starts from this place. It is inside earth, within earth, and the place directly above the focus are called epicenter. And because of this, a fault may forms, like cracking of the rocks. Because of earthquake, fault may happen. And here there is a structure like house, industries, right? This is the earth's surface. Earth's surface. This is inner earth. This is the earthquake waves. Earthquake waves are called seismic waves. Earthquake waves are called seismic waves, okay? Seismograph is the machinery we use it to measure earthquake. Like we fix like this. We dig the soil and we fix seismography. Seismography. Seismic waves, and these waves touches this seismograph and it will give reading like here. What is the condition? What is the number of earthquake? What is that? That is the seismograph. Seismograph. This is the focus, epicenter, seismic waves, surface of the earth, and this is fault. Fault is nothing but crack. Okay, so that movement of the rock. So the area in and around the epicenter, the area around the epicenter going to affect more. Once you move away from the epicenter, the effect of earthquake decreases. Near to epicenter, the effect of earthquake is more. Illi, because adra kelage focus irodu. Near to epicenter, here, destruction is more. Destroyed. The constructions like any human constructions, sometimes dams, sometimes big buildings, like natural mountains, these are going to destroy near epicenter. Away from epicenter, the effect of earthquake is little less. What is this? These are the rocks, rock pieces, different rocks inside the earth, square. So I told you, this is the seismic waves or earth waves, earthquake waves. What is this waves? Is this a water wave or air wave? What is this wave? What kind of wave it is? What is wave actually? Ale. Idu yav ale? Yenadru irbekalva? See, something wave means energy in motion. Which kind of energy? Is this a water energy or wind energy? Which energy it is? Water? No. No. Not water. Neither water nor wind. Now tell me. This is the sound energy. Okay. So energy in the motion means it's like a sound waves. It's like a sound waves. These are the waves means like a sound waves, not water wave or wind wave. It's like a sound wave. And there are so many kinds of waves. Okay. P wave, S wave, surface wave. P wave means primary wave. Secondary, S wave means secondary wave. And S wave called Q. Q means S waves. And body wave and surface wave. There are different kinds of waves. First write this diagram, then I will write. Over? You are done with this diagram? Everybody? Barkodi alla. See, like this is the wave. This is this one, earthquake waves only. Consider like this. Till here body wave, here it is surface wave. Body wave means here to here, focus to earth surface, body waves. Above earth surface, surface wave. Above earth surface wave. And surface wave distracts more than the body wave, because all our constructions are on the surface of the earth. So surface waves distraction is more. This one, surface wave called as Q, and within body wave there is P and S waves. P means primary, S means secondary wave. Surface waves we call it as a Q. These P and S waves are less destructive. Q waves means surface waves are more destructive. And that is the seismograph. that will count what is the percentage or what is the strength of this focus point, strength of this, energy of this earthquake. That is called seismology. Something logy means study. So seismology means study of the seismic waves. Kelbo. Seismology means study of seismic waves and its impact. See, from the focus of the earthquake to epicenter, surface body waves. After epicenter, rest of the surfaces is surface waves, means Q. So surface waves is more dangerous than the body waves, means P and S waves, primary and secondary waves. Okay, these are nothing but energy in motion. And average speed of primary wave, P wave, is 7 to 8 km per second. 7 to 8 km per second, P wave. And secondary wave is 3 to 4 km per second. Seven to 8 km per second, 3 to 4 km per second. This is the speed of the wave. Okay. Or see, this P wave and S waves are the body waves. P waves are longitudinal in structure and S waves are vertical in nature. What is this longitudinal and vertical? What is this longitudinal and vertical? P, primary. Both P and S waves are the body waves only. Body waves. In that primary, this is longitudinal. Means here the movement of rock like this. Ache, not here like this. Hige. Movement of rock is like this. Primary waves. And secondary waves, movement of rock is like this. Mele kele. Compression and relaxation. So that, see, for the movement of the wave, there must be some motion, right? ಏನಾದರೂ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ವೇವ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ? ಹೀಗೆ 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 ಹೀಗೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ರಿ ವೇವಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ರಿ ವೇವ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅರ್ತ್. ಇಫ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಅರ್ತ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆದಾಗ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ವೇವ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ರಿ ವೇವ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್? Actually, both primary and secondary are less destructive because surface wave is more destructive. How surface wave acts? Surface wave acts combiningly, like ಹೀಗೆ ಈಚೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈಚೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಹೀಗೆ. Distractions are more. Surface waves. So which wave is like a sound wave? Exactly like a sound wave. Primary wave or secondary wave? Exactly like a sound wave. Sound wave, how it moves? It moves like this. That means it's like a primary wave. Kelbodu. Primary wave is longitudinal in nature and behaves exactly like a sound wave. Rocks undergo compression and relaxation. Compression and relaxation. Secondary waves, it's a transfer of wave in a vertical direction. Movement of wave in a vertical direction means ups and down, up and down. Means same thing, material also moves ups and down. Surface of the earth moves like up and down. It's a transverse vibration of the character. Transverse vibration, up and down. And the main difference between primary and secondary wave is within the body wave only. These primary waves moves in both solid, liquid and gaseous medium. But this secondary wave only moves through solid but not liquid. This secondary wave only passes through solid, means only passes through rocks and the soils, but not on the water and but not on the asthenosphere. That means but not on the magma also. Magma is not a solid. Magma is not a solid. That's why S waves, secondary wave will not transverse, means will not move through magma. Only primary wave move through magma because primary wave pass through both solid, liquid and gaseous medium. Outer core, is it solid? Outer core of the earth, I told you 80% of the earth interior is core and around 19% of the earth interior is mantle and 1% is the crust. So in the core 80%, outer core experiences the maximum portion, and this outer core maximum portion is not solid because full of magma. And I told you this primary wave pass through this magma also, because it can pass through both solid, liquid and gases, and magma is not solid. So secondary wave will not pass through magma. So if the earthquake focus is inner side of the magma, means inner side of the outer core, or like if this is the core of the earth, this is the outer core and this is the inner core. If the earthquake like this and more secondary waves, it will not affect the surface. Yes or no? Because it will not pass through this. If it is entirely primary wave, there is no secondary wave, means then it is going to affect here. Yes or no? If this is the core and focus is here and this is the earth surface and full of secondary waves, then it will affect, because it can pass through solid. Secondary wave pass through solid but not liquid and gases. Primary wave pass through all kinds of solid, liquid and gases. This must be clear. Yes. There are two kinds of body waves, primary and secondary waves. Primary waves is the longitudinal one, and it passes through both solid, liquid and gaseous medium. Secondary waves pass like this, transverse, vertical, compression, relaxation, like this, and this pass through only solid. And 80% of our earth interior is core, and outer core forms the maximum portion, and outer core is not a solid because it is a magma. Asthenosphere, I told you, outer core, asthenosphere. While discussing magma in a last class, I told you plate tectonics movement because of asthenosphere, means that is not plate tectonics means what? Plate is shifting means what? Because of that liquid layer only, gel kind of layer only. So it is not a solid. So secondary waves will not pass through that solid. Will not pass through that gel kind of material. Secondary waves only pass through solid material. So secondary waves, if the focus is below outer core, if the focus means what? Here. Now ಹೇಳಿದ below focus. That is the place of earthquake. Means where earthquake starts. If the focus point is below that secondary, below that outer core, then secondary waves started from here not able to pass through that, because it will only pass on solid and this outer core is liquid. So this earthquake wave stops here only. There is no effects on the surface, right? If the focus of the earthquake above the outer core, then it will pass. So it affects the outer surface because it passes through solid but not liquid. Are you able to understand? Stay in the simple. But this is very important. This is what primary and secondary wave. Next, take heading is surface wave. Q. Surface wave. This surface wave having higher amplitude and wavelength. Higher amplitude and wavelength. And this also travels only through solid. Surface waves travels only through solid. Surface waves has higher amplitude, AMPLI, amplitude and wavelength. What is wavelength? Distance between the two troughs. See, consider this as a wave. Distance between two troughs, this is wavelength. Okay, having higher wavelength. Surface wave having higher wavelength means frequency is less. Then also disaster more. Two troughs or TROUGHs, troughs are two valley, distance between two, like what we call this, lower part of the wave, valley. And the speed is lesser than both P wave and S wave, means 1 or 2 km per second. 1 to 2 km per second. The speed of surface wave is 1 to 2 km per second. And in the surface wave also, like body wave, surface wave also, two kinds. One is R wave, another one is L wave. R wave, L wave. R wave is like ups and down, same thing. R wave means ups and down. L wave is like this, like P wave and S wave idhage. Side wave. L waves are also called side wave because of this L waves shifts happens, side wide shift. That's why we get a name side wave for L wave. Surface wave means it is on the surface. Within surface wave, two kinds of waves, R wave and L wave. R wave means up and down, L wave means side, lateral. And which is more dangerous? Which is more dangerous? Out of surface wave, which is more dangerous? See, you constructed a building. If earthquake came and building is like this, happened like this, is it more destructive or building is like this? Which is more effective? This one is, right? So, L wave is more destructive than the R wave. L wave is more destructive than the R waves. L wave is more destructive than the R waves. Okay? Take heading as a types of earthquakes. Types means what? Types is nothing but how it caused. Different types, different reason for the earthquake, right? So, because of different reasons, we call it different types of earthquake. ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ earthquake? What is the reason? What is the reason? There are different reasons. ಒಂದೆರಡು ಮೂರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡು. ಭೂಕಂಪ ಯಾಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೈಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Take because one is tectonic plates, because of submerging heavy weight. Sometimes these plates tectonics may slide, slippery. Because of that, a full focused energy suddenly erupt, and that point itself may become F, means focus. So the surface over the focus may get experiences of like vibration, shivering. This may be the reason. And another reason. Take first one. Tectonic earthquake. Tectonic means because of tectonic plates. In our last class we did TEC, TONIC, tectonic earthquake. Because of the tectonic plates, earthquake formed because of tectonic plates. What is tectonics? Watch our last class, because we discussed so many things about tectonics plates. Okay, if you are absent, watch our videos. Next, volcanic earthquake. Earthquake because of the volcanic activity. then we call volcanic earthquake. Then reservoir induced earthquake. Reservoir induced. What is reservoir induced? Reservoir induced earthquake. Dam is a kind of reservoir or not? Water reserve. When there is a dam means what happens to the weight of that region? Surface weight is going to increase or decreases? What is dam? Normal agi river movement ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ barrier construction ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. This is dam, right? So what happens to the earth surface of this region? The weight above this going to increases or decreases when we construct a dam? Going to increase because water having weight. When large amount of weight suddenly going to collect over in single particular region, what happens to the aqua, means rocks which is like properly situated below that, maybe gets higher pressure, right? And because of this pressure sometime it will glide, sometime crack happens. Because of this crack and glide, enormous amount of energy sometime produced. That energy itself is a earthquake. Like crack ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಜೋಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಲೋ ದಿ ಅರ್ತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಎನಾರ್ಮಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ದಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಶಿವರಿಂಗ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ ಹೊಡೆದೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ರಿಸರ್ವಾಯರ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ earthquake or seismic ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Then explosion induced, next earthquake. Explosion, this is normally not natural. Explosion induced is anthropogenic. Anthropogenic means, what is anthropogenic? Anthropology, optional. Manava Shastra means anthropogenic, human made. Because of our cooker bomb, because of our atom bombs, earthquake happens. ಲೈಕ್ ಎನಾರ್ಮಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಶೇಕ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋಷನ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಅರ್ತ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಲಿಷನ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಅರ್ತ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್. ಕೊಲಿಷನ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್, COLLISION, ಕೊಲಿಷನ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಅರ್ತ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್. ಸಿ our one of theory talks about asteroid impact. Because of the asteroid impact there is a moon, because of asteroid impact there is a ocean, and because of asteroid impact there is different kinds of earth's valleys, right? Same thing, because of asteroid impact means something outside a foreign object came and hit the earth. Because of that, if earth surface vibrates, then we call it as a something collision induced earthquake. Collision means collide. Okay, next hydroseismicity earthquake or hydro earthquake. Hydro means what? Hydro water induced means this is related to groundwater. Okay, normally what happens, groundwater is nothing but aquifers, means water which is there in between the rocks. Illalla water irutte rocks madhya, like this is the set of rock and this is also set of rock, and in between the rocks there is a water flow, right? This is the water flow, this is the surface of the earth. Normally we put borewells here, number of borewells, and we extract all the waters from the aquifers. What happens after extracting all the water? There is a vacuum place, empty place creates here, right? So the rock aboid comes down. When rock aboid comes down means what happens to this surface? Earthquake. Same thing. This is called hydro earthquake or hydro induced earthquake, whatever. Because of empty of ground water. This is also human induced, means anthropogenic. So explosion and hydro are the anthropogenic. Rest of the thing may be natural. Explosion and hydro are the natural, anthropogenic, not natural. Tectonic, volcanic, reservoir and collision, sometime reservoir is also anthropogenic. Dam. And natural also, reservoir. Because of the natural morphological phenomena, if water collects in some region, if mountain itself acts as a dam in some area, so water collects in that region. Sometimes because of that water weight, earthquake happens. So in reservoir volcanic, in reservoir induced earthquake, there is two reasons, anthropogenic and natural. And explosion induced, maybe it's because of anthropogenic only. And rest of the things like tectonics, volcanic, is because of natural, not anthropogenic. Okay, collision is natural, asteroid belt, that is natural. This is okay. Take heading as a shadow zone. Shadow, SHADOW. Shadow means what? Shadow zone. Shadow means what? Shadow zones of earthquake. ನೆರಳು. ಯಾವುದ್ರದ್ದು ನೆರಳು? Shadow zones of earthquake wave. Earthquake wave, P wave, S wave. Within body wave there is P wave and S wave, right? And in some of the area experiences shadow. Shadow means ನೆರಳು, means ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೇವ್ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ. ನೆರಳಿದೆ means ವೇವ್ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರಳು ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. Within earth surface, some of the area experiences shadow for the waves, for the earthquake waves, that is P wave and S wave. And why this shadow happens? ಎಲ್ಲ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ earthquake wave ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? I already discussed it. Why? Because for P waves and S waves there is certain properties. S waves only passes through solid. In some of the places, if it is liquid means S wave stops there itself. P waves travels, right? So in that place S waves acts as a shadow zone. In that region acts as a shadow region for S waves, like that. Diagram ಹಾಕಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. Take heading as a shadow zones. First one, write P waves. P waves. Separate diagram. This is for the P waves. Consider this as a core of the earth. Outer core liquid, not solid. Consider this as the focus point. Means here it is epicenter. What is this? This blue dots. Seismic waves. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೊರಟಿದೆ. Like ಹೀಗೆ. This is P wave, okay. What is the property of the P wave? What is the property of the P wave? It passes through both solid, liquid, gas. That must be fixed here. Otherwise, entire concept going to wrong. Some kind of refraction is there because the density of the material going to decreases. Here it is rock, here it is rock, here it is rock, here suddenly liquid, right? So density going to decreases. That's why there is slight shift in the direction. This shift is because of density decreases. Here it is rock, means highly dense. Here it is outer core. Outer core means this is outer core, okay? Outer core, this is the crust of the earth. Here it is outer core means what? It is not solid. Not solid means what? Slight shift because of the decreasing density. Slight shift. means refraction, not reflection. Reflection means going against to the direction which is coming. This is just a direction shift, refraction, like this. -105°. This is 145°. Earth degree. 105°. 145°. Here it's 180°, right? And what is the shadow region here? See, if there is no liquid here, solid only, so the moment is same. There is no disturbances for the movement. Because of this liquid S, because it is a P wave, it travels through the even liquid also, but the speed of the P wave going to decreases in the liquid, because in solid it is denser, the speed is more. In liquid it is less denser compared to solid, so it going to decrease its speed. When it going to decrease its speed, the direction is somewhat changes, means refraction happens for the seismic waves. So this area become shadow zone for the P waves. The zone from the 105° of the earth to 145° of the earth experiences shadow zone for the P waves. 105 to 145 means what is the degree? What is the difference between 105, 145 minus 105? What is the difference? 40. 40 plus 40 means 80° are the shadow zones for P waves of earthquake in earth. 80° are the shadow zones. See, this is the focus area. Focus area means earthquake starts from here. When earthquake starts from here, the just above that earthquake focus area, we call it as a epicenter. Here the effect of earthquake is maximum, and these are the seismic zones, means earthquake waves. Seismic waves means earthquake waves, and these earthquake waves, this is the crust and this is the core, and in crust, in between the crust and this point, it is a solid. So in solid P waves passes, and P waves also passes through liquid, but the speed of the P waves in liquid going to decreases because density is less compared to solid. So when reaches here, this P waves, instead of moving like this, it moves, it changes its direction like this, because density going to decreases, because it is a liquid here. When density going to decreases means refraction happens. Refraction means changing direction. So instead of reaching here, this wave, otherwise it should be reached like here, right? Instead of reaching here, it moves like here. Instead of reaching here, it moves here. So this is the shadow zone, Neradu. Illi yavudi waves illa. So what is the shadow zone? 105° to 145° is the shadow zone area for P waves. Okay, this is all. Same thing, S waves, right? S waves. What is the characteristics of the S wave? It only passes through solid but not liquid and gases. That means what? It going to stop here itself. Right? It going to stop here itself. It will not pass through this because this outer core is liquid. Outer core is liquid. So it only 105, only 105. Then rest of the region, like this is there. Rest of the region what? Shadow zone. So shadow zone of the S wave start from 105° here to 105° here. means 105 to 180. What is the difference between 180 and 105? 105 to 180. 75. Here it is 75. 75. 150 degree is the shadow zone for S waves. ಯಾಕೆ ಇದು shadow zone ಆಯ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? This is very important. ಯಾಕೆ ಇದು shadow zone ಆಯ್ತು? Why it is shadow zone? Because S waves will not travel through outer core. Outer core is liquid. And don't confuse S waves with surface waves. Surface waves Q. S wave means secondary wave. (150) is the shadow zone. See, 105 here and 105 here. And in P waves, there is a refraction. Again, the wave reaches here at 145. Here there is no reach. It will block here only. Because it won't pass itself. That will changes its direction and it passes slowly in P waves. S waves block itself. There is no passage. That means what? The shadow zone of S waves is more than the P waves, right? More than double. If the question is like shadow zones of the P waves is more than double. Shadow zone of S wave is more than double of the P wave. Answer right or wrong? Shadow zone of S wave is more than double shadow zone of P wave. Maths, basic maths. Shadow zone of S waves is 150 degree. Shadow zone of P wave is 80 degree. My question is, shadow zone of S wave is more than 2 times of shadow zone of P wave. No, more than 2 times means it should be more than 160 degree, right? It is 150 degree. That means what? If it is like more than 2 times, wrong. Or more than double, wrong. More than that, right. Less than double, right. ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕಲ್ತು ಸಮೇತ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ನಾನು ಅದು 105, 145 ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ ದಟ್, ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ ಡಬಲ್. It's less than double only, means 150. More than double means it should be more than 160. It is not more than 160, it is 150 only. So it is less than double. But more than P waves, more than primary waves. Shadow zones of secondary waves is more than the shadow zones of the primary waves. The reason is secondary waves will not pass through the liquid. Aste interval kelidre iste. It will not pass through the liquid. That is the characteristics of the secondary wave. Okay, this is all. Take heading as a measuring of earthquake. ಹೇಗೆ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? There is 2 kinds of scales in the measuring of the earthquake. First one, Richter scale. Richter. Measuring of earthquake, there are 2 kinds of scale. First one is Richter. Richter scale. It's like ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. And it is continuing, okay? And it starts from 0.1, 0.1, not 1. Another scale starts from 1 and ends with 12. Here there is no end. Depending on the place, they are going to increase. There is no end for this Richter scale. That's why the shape is like this. There is no end, moment. And it starts from 0.1, not 1. Not 1. This is the difference. See, after 0.1, 0.2, 0.9, 0.9, there is 1. After 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.9, 2, like this. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.91, 1.1, 1.2, 2, like this. And there is no stop at all. It will continue. Richter scale. Richter scale is for to detect magnitude. Magnitude means what? What is the energy at the focus area anta ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Magnitude means energy. The energy of the earthquake, ಇದನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಸತಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. The energy of the earthquake is measured through which scale? Richter scale. Or the magnitude of the earthquake is measured through which scale? Through Richter scale. And Richter scale decibels starts from 0.1, or the readings, the numbers starts from 0.1, not 1. And Richter scale is continuous, not ends at 12, 10, no. It is continuous scale. Okay. And another one is Mercalli scale. Mercalli, double L-I, Mercalli scale. See, this is like this only, rectangular shape. It starts from Roman letter 1 and ends with Roman letter 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 8, 10, 11, 12. It ends at 12 only. This is scientist name, okay? Richter, Mercalli. Those are the scientists who discovered this scale. ಅದು ಹಾಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದು ಅವ್ರ ನೇಮ್ ಇಟ್ಬಿಡೋದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. There is a person called Giuseppe Mercalli. Yes, Giuseppe Mercalli. Giuseppei. Giuseppei. How you pronounce that? Giuseppei. How you will pronounce that? Giuseppe, right? Giuseppe Mercalli ಅಂತ full ಹೆಸರು. He discovered this Mercalli scale. That's why the name itself is Mercalli scale. And this measures the damages of the earthquake. ಎಷ್ಟು ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ, ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ earthquake, ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜಸ್ ಯಾವ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ರಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, ಮರ್ಕ್ಯಾಲಿ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ ಕೂಡ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೀಸ್ಮೋಗ್ರಫಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮರ್ಕ್ಯಾಲಿ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. 1 ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, 2 ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, 3. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 5, 6 ಮೀನ್ಸ್ disaster happened anta. More than 5, 6 means everything got finished. 1 or 2 means ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೀಸ್ಮೋಗ್ರಾಫಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೋನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸ್ಮೋಗ್ರಾಫ್, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ DC ಆಫೀಸ್ನವರು ಒಂದು ಸೀಸ್ಮೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ಸಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ರೀಡಿಂಗಿಂದ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಯುನೋ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಇಸ್ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೋನ್ ಝೋನ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 2. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಇಸ್ 2. The reading in the Mercalli scale normally 2 means what? ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಶೇಕೆ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಶೇಕೆ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೇಲ್ ತನಕ ಬಂದೇ ಇರಲ್ಲ. See, this focus, these seismic waves sometimes may not reach epicenter also from the focus. Are you getting my point? Sometimes these seismic waves may not reach epicenter also. Epicenter means what? Straight line from the focus. When it not reaches epicenter means what? There is no destruction at all. 1 or 2 readings in the seismic, in the Mercalli scale, that is not at all a big disaster. That is not at all earthquake itself. After 5, like after 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, if it is 10, 12 means khatam. 10, 12 means finish anta. So damages and intensity can be measured through Mercalli scale, and magnitude and energy at the focus is measured through Richter scale. That is the difference. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸತಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ, ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ. ನನಗೂ ತುಂಬ ಸತಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸಿ, Richter means what? It measures the magnitude and energy at the focus. Mercalli means it measures the damages. It measures the damages and intensity of the earthquake. Okay. ಸೊ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆದಾಗ, ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಡ ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜಸ್ ಆಯಿತು ಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ Mercalli ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್, ನಾಟ್ Richter ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇಷ್ಟು ರೇಂಜಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಆ ರೇಂಜ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವ, ಲೈಕ್ 2 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆರ್ 5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, 6 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, 7 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ Mercalli ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್, ನಾಟ್ Richter ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ, ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. Okay, and this is not a continuous scale. This is not a continuous scale and starts from 1 and ends with 12. Start from 1 and ends with 12, and it is standard wherever you go all around the world. Same thing. Starts from 1, ends with 12, and there is no decimal in between 1 to 2. There is no decimal in between 1 to 2. One is very low and 12 is very high. One is very low, 12 is very high. Take heading seismic zones of India. See, if you look at entire India, 59% of Indian continent, Indian geography, 59% are the earthquake prone zone. Means more than 50% is the earthquake zone place. India is more than 50%, 59%. 59% of the Indian region are earthquake prone zone. Prone, something prone means what? ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗತ್ತಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಗ್ಲೂಬಹುದು, earthquake ಆಗ್ಲೂಬಹುದು. Earthquake prone zone. So 1 means very low damage risk zone. 1 means very low means seismic free zone ಅಂತನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದರೆ seismic free zone, 1 reading. The reading 1 means seismic free zone. 2 means low damage risk zone. 2 means, if the reading is 2 means, that is low damage risk zone. If the reading 3 means moderate damage risk zone. Moderate damage risk zone. 4 means high damage risk zone. High damage risk zone. 5 very high damage risk zone. Very high damage risk zone. That means what? Only 1 to 5 in India. 59% of the earth, of the continent of the India. India's continent, 59% are the earthquake prone zone. Then also, more than 50%, around 59%. Then also, if you look at the intensity of the earthquake, that is very less. 1 to 5. There is no more than 5. Till today. There is no more than 5 within India. Some of the exceptional, like in Himalayan foothills region, in northeastern region, they are the exceptional, sometimes more than that. But normally, generally speaking, this 1 to 5 is the average, not more than 5. What is this 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Enidu? These are the readings in the Mercalli scale, not in the Richter scale. These are the reading in the Mercalli scale. Means magnitude or intensity. Magnitude or intensity. Intensity means damages, right? 1 means seismic free zones. Something free means no seismic waves anta. 1 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸೇ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. 5 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ವಿದಿನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಟರ್ಕಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಮೆಡಿಟರೇನಿಯನ್ ಸಿ, that will start from 5 only. Earthquake means starts from 5. 5, 6 average. 10, 12 means high, like Turkey and Persian Gulf, that region, and some of the Eastern African countries, Northern African countries, Southern Mediterranean countries, and Northern Mediterranean countries, like Southern Europe. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಹೆವಿ earthquake ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? What is the reason? In and around Mediterranean Sea experiences very heavy earthquake, and earthquake is normal on those areas. What is the reason? ಯಾಕೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು? Mediterranean region, the then Tethys Sea, Gondwana land, martoita. There are 2 continents. What is that? And the water body in between that Tethys Sea and this Gondwana land going to shifts its place towards north side, and the entire Tethys Sea become Mediterranean Ocean, Mediterranean Sea today. and there is high amount of pressure in and around the Mediterranean Sea, because till today it is moving northward, this Gondwana land, and there is high amount of pressure under the Mediterranean Sea, under soil. So sometimes this pressure slips. When pressure slips means high amount of energy starts generate from that region, and that itself, the point where high amount of energy abrupts, that point itself become focus area, and the place above that focus area become epicenter. That's why ಟರ್ಕಿ ರೀಜನ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಡಿಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಟರ್ಕಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸತಿ ಟರ್ಕಿ ಇಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಮೆಡಿಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಸಿ. ಟರ್ಕಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇಸ್ರೇಲ್, ಪ್ಯಾಲೆಸ್ತೈನ್ ಏನೋ ಅರ್ಥ್ವಿಕ್ ಆರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್, and some of the Persian Gulf region earthquake is common. Why? Because this plate tectonic activity, Gondwana and Tethys is today's Mediterranean Sea, and even today also there is a high amount of energy which is moving towards the northern side, and sometimes slip happens, and so that enormous amount of energy releases in a single point, single focus area, so that will become a focus region for the earthquake. So epicenter of that region going to shiver, so earthquake happens. ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಮೈನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್ ಏನು ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಟರ್ಕಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ವೈ ಟರ್ಕಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸಸ್ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್ ಅಂತ. ಅವಾಗ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. UPSC KPSC ಮೇ ಬಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ರೈಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅದು ಇದು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗೀಗಲ್ಲ, ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಶಾಡೋಸ್ ಝೋನ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಇದು ಬರೀರಿ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ UPSC ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ? UPSC ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಟರ್ಕಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ, ವೈ ಟರ್ಕಿ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಮೆಡಿಟರೇನಿಯನ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಹೈ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. ಲೈಕ್ I'll give some cities name and intensity of the earthquake of that city. Okay, left side write city as a heading, right side as a seismic number or seismic zone. You know Dispur city, the capital of Assam, that is highly seismic zone, means high intensity 5. Within India high is highest, right? So 5 is highest. Dispur experiences 5. What is this 5? This is reading in the Mercalli scale. Dispur, Dispur. And Delhi experiences 4. Delhi ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಾಗ ಹೋಗಿ ಶಿವರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ. ಮುಂಬೈ 3. Bangalore 1. That means what? Bangalore is earthquake free zone, seismic free zone. Earthquake ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ. Anthropogenic ಆಗ್ಬೋದು because of bomb and all, but naturally ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Chennai 2. So comparatively Bangalore is safer from the perspective of earthquake than Delhi, than Chennai, than any North Indian states, right? Next, like power plant places and what is the seismic zones. Take heading left side as a power plant, nuclear power plant ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ and ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೇಂಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಕೈಗಾ ಎಲ್ಲಿರೋದು? ಕೈಗಾ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಕೈಗಾ, that is the only Karnataka's only nuclear power plant, KAIGA, Kaiga. The seismicity is 3, reading 3, Kaiga 3. Kudankulam is another nuclear power plant which is situated in Tamil Nadu. That is 2. Kudankulam 2 near Kanyakumari. Okay, Kudankulam near Kanyakumari. Next, Kakra Par, K-A-K-R-A-P-A-R, Kakra Par, K-A-K-R-A-P-A-R, Kakra Par ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಇದು? ಗುಜರಾತ್. ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್. ಗುಜರಾತ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 3. ಯಾಕೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಸತಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೀಸ್ಮಿಕ್ ಝೋನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ, ಅವರೇಜ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. UPSC ಸಿಟಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಾಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. UPSC ಹೇಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಲೈಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಸೇಫೆಸ್ಟ್ ಝೋನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಫೆಸ್ಟ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಎನಿ ಸಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಎನಿ ಸಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸಿಟಿ ಸೇಫರ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಗೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಥರದ ಒಂದು 2-3 ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ನೀವು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತೀರ ಅದನ್ನು. ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಗೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತಂತೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಗೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ KPSC ಇದು ನೀವು ಬೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದು? ಇಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಇದು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ತುಂಬ ಸತಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಕಾಕ್ರಾಪಾರ್ 2, ಕಾಕ್ರಾಪಾರ್ 2, ಸಾರಿ 3, not 2, 3. It's in South Gujarat. Okay. Next, Kalpakam, KALPAKAM, Kalpakam. It's near Mumbai. Okay. Kalpakam, Tamil Nadu, not Mumbai. Kalpakam, Tamil Nadu, not Mumbai. Yes, Kalpakam in Tamil Nadu. Both Kudankulam and Kalpakam is in Tamil Nadu. This is 2. UP, Narora, NARORA, Uttar Pradesh, Narora, NARORA, Narora power plant ಕೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ? 4. Tarapur ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? TARAPUR, Tarapur. Actually this is the region name, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Tarapur ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ತಾರಾಪುರ್, ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ. ಈ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಪೂರ್ವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೋಲಾಪುರ್, ತಾರಾಪುರ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ರಾವತ್ ಭಟ್ಟ, ತಾರಾಪುರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಂತನಾ? 3. ರಾವತ್ ಭಟ್ಟ, RAWATBHATTA. It's in Rajasthan, Kot districts of Rajasthan. 3. Okay, enough. These are the different nuclear power plants and the seismic numbers. Revise earthquake and ask if any doubt, please ask. Very important. That too this year, because Turkey experiencing earthquake. Even Uttarakhand, in India also, last month Uttarakhand experiences earthquake. Why Uttarakhand experiences earthquake? Same plate tectonics. Indo-Eurasian plates. India is an Indo-Eurasian plate, and the northern part of Himalaya is, Indo-Australian plate, India. Northern part of Himalaya is Eurasian plate. This Indo-Australian plate is pushing that Eurasian plates. While pushing, sometimes slippery happens. Pushing, that's why Himalaya till today growing. So sometime rock shift or rock changes its position. So enormous amount of energy releases from that point. So earthquake happens. So Himalayan foothills regions are the earthquake prone zones. That's why Dispur also Himalayan foothills. Ali tanka barutte. You know this, Andaman Nicobar having connection with Himalaya. ಅಂಡಮಾನ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಹೀಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹಿಮಾಲಯ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಮಾಲಯ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅಂಡಮಾನ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗೆ ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಂಡರ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಿ ರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಸೀ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇದು ಸಬ್ಮರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಸೊ ಅಂಡಮಾನ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರಿಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಹಿಮಾಲಯ. ಯು ನೋ ದಿಸ್. Andaman Nicobar comes under which, Andaman Nicobar disputes comes under which court? Which state's court? Andaman Nicobar near to which state of mainland India? Is near to which state of mainland India? Andhra Pradesh maybe. But it will not comes under Andhra Pradesh High Court. It comes under West Bengal's High Court. Okay. And Lakshadweep disputes comes under Kerala High Court. Kerala High Court. Lakshadweep. Is it Kerala High Court? The then Bombay High Court. ಅವಾಗ ಬಾಂಬೆ ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ ತುಂಬ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಬಾಂಬೆ ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್. ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ಕೇರಳ ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಆಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಂಬೆ ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಆಗ ಕೇರಳ ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ದಾದ್ರಾ ನಾಗರ್ ಹವೇಲಿ, ದಿಯು ದಮನ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಟೆರಿಟರಿ, ರೈಟ್? Those are all comes under which high court? Is it near to West Bengal, Dadra Nagar Haveli and Diu Daman? Gulf of Kutch and Gulf of Kambat, you know this. If you look at the geography of Gujarat, this is the mainland. This is Gulf of Kutch. This is Gulf of Kambat. Diu Daman, Dadra Nagar Haveli. That means what? It is comes under the Gujarat High Court, right? And this one, what is that place? Chandigarh. Chandigarh, that's also union territory. That comes under which high court? Chandigarh itself is a capital for both Punjab and Haryana. So Chandigarh High Court is for both Punjab and Haryana. There is no separate capital for both Punjab and Haryana, and there is no separate courts. Both Punjab, Haryana and Chandigarh UT itself, single capital called Chandigarh. Okay, ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕಿದೆ. Take heading as a volcano. What is volcano? What is the spelling? Other spelling. What is volcano? What is the spelling? Volcanoes. Volcanoes. What is volcano then? Why this name came, or what is volcano? Do you know? Primary school book ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, CBSE book ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಹುಡುಕಿದ್ದು CBSE book ಅಲ್ಲಿ. The history behind volcano. There is a Greek god called Vulcan. Vulcan means fire. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಟ್ರಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಒಂಥರ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಸಿ, Vulcan is a Greek god and Vulcan is a Greek name, okay? And because Greek god of fire, god of fire, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ತರ Vulcan is a Greek god of fire, CAN, Vulcan. And volcano looks like a cone, right? Something cone. Vulcan plus cone, volcano. Vulcan plus the structure itself is a cone like, that's why volcano. This is a Greek name. Vulcan is not an Indian name or anything. It's a Greek name. Greek and Italy name. Okay? ಆ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ? ಇದೇ ತರ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಲೈಕ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ಇಂದ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೀಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ದೆನ್ ಹೀಗೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ವೆಂಟ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಲಾವಾ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ವೆಂಟ್. ವೆಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ. ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ವೆಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ತ್ ಕ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಅಲೋ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಸ್ತನೋಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಟು ರೀಚ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರೆಯೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್? ಇದನ್ನೇನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ? ಈ ಪೈಪ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್? ಮ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್ ಫ್ಲೂಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಚಿಮ್ನಿ. ಈ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿಮ್ಮಣಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೊಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಈ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಚಿಮ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. ಪೈಪ್, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಎ ಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಪೈಪ್. So this is lava, this is magma. What is the difference between lava and magma? Is there any chemical composition changes, structural changes? There is no change at all. Different name for different places. This is outsider, that's why lava. When it is insider, it is magma. Magma which comes outside took its new name called lava. Stay, ಬೇರೆ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay. See, ಈ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಇರೋ ಲೇಯರ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Asthenosphere, right? Asthenosphere, gliding layer, helpful for plate tectonics, outer core. Asthenosphere. And what is this layer? Outer core, crust, combinedly called outer core plus oceanic crust plus continental crust is equal to, ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ. ಔಟರ್ ಕೋರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಓಷಿಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಲಿಥೋಸ್ಪಿಯರ್. ಲಿಥೋಸ್ಪಿಯರ್. ನೀವು ಅಪರೂಪಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ರಿ ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳೋ ಹಾಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಬಂದಿದ್ರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ್ರು ಸೇಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ. Lithosphere. See, lithosphere. This layer is called lithosphere and magma containing layer is called asthenosphere, and magma which come out from the earth, this is called chimney, means nothing but a pipe. And why it comes out? Because of the pressure, density differences, pressure differences. And when it came out, the vault means opening from that volcano. The cone of the volcano, there is a vault, means opening. From that cone opening, vault, magma comes out, and the magma which is coming out is called lava, not magma. Okay? This is ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಒಂದು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್. ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ವೆಂಟ್, VENT. Vent means opening in the earth crust, on the earth crust or in the, on the earth crust, which allows magma from where lithosphere or asthenosphere, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ? From where? From asthenosphere to reach, from asthenosphere to reach the earth surface, through pipe or chimney, okay. And along with this volcano, along with this lava, or along with this magma which is coming out, there is a large number of, right, along with this lava, large number of ashes, ashes, dust particles, come on, moistures. This is very important, underline that moisture release agutte volcano inda, moisture. So the moisture is there in our atmosphere, right? One of the contributor is volcano. Like what are the contributors for the moisture anta kottu nimge different options kottu, one of the option is volcano iddaga ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಇದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಯಿಶ್ಚರ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ನೋ, ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೀಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಹೀಟ್ ರೀಚಸ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಮಾಯಿಶ್ಚರ್. ಸೊ ಮಾಯಿಶ್ಚರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಯಾವುದನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ಬರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು 4-5 ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅಬೋ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದಿ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈವನ್ sometime oxygen also releases, sometime moisture, water vapor also releases. ಈ ಬಯೋ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಲೈಕ್ ನೀವು ಅದ್ರ ಹಸಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಸುಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಆ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಬಟ್ ಆ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಯಿಂದನೇ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿರೋದಲ್ವಾ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ವೇಪರ್ cytoplasm is nothing but a water only. Within cell there is a liquid layer called cytoplasm, that is nothing but water only. So water comes out, water vapor. So something burning means all of the above mentioned gases are coming out. ನೀವು ವಾಟರ್ ವೇಪರ್, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಲೈಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ 4 and 5 ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ. ನೋ, ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅಬೌವ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ತುಂಬ ಸರ್ತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್. ಮಾಯಿಶ್ಚರ್, ರಾಕ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ನಾಟ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಲರ್, ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ರಾಕ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ರಾಕ್ ಪೀಸಸ್ ಅಂತ, ಕಲ್ಲಿನ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಪೀಸಸ್ಗಳು. And gases are released with lava. See, these are the materials which comes out along with lava are called pyroclastic materials. What is pyroclastic materials? The materials which comes out along with lava are called pyroclastic materials. Like ashes, dust particle, moisture, rock fragments, these are all pyroclastic materials. And there are two kinds of lava. One is acid lava, another one is basic lava. Take heading. See how we can classify lava. ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಟೇಕ್ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಲವಾ. See, acid lava is viscous. What is viscous? Viscous means what? Viscosity, physics term. ನೋಡೋಣ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ನೆನಪಿದೆ. PUC ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಒಬ್ರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ viscosity is nothing but if you look at ಹನಿನ ಲೈಕ್ 1 drops ನೀವು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಫ್ಲಾಟ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಬಲ್ಜ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವ, ಹೀಗೆ ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ನೀರು ಇಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ನೀರು ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೈಟ್ ನಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಅದು ಇದೇ ಥರ ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂಥರ ಜಲ್ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಸ್ಕಸಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇನ್ ಥಿಕ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟರ್, ಹನಿ, ಬಟ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಇನ್ viscosity is less in water or very fluent or very thin liquids. So acid lava is viscous means what? Is it thin or thick? Thick. Acid lava compared to basic lava, very thick lava. Very thick lava. And it is rich in iron and silica. Acid lava rich in iron and silica. This is very important. Acid lava rich in iron and silica. That's why it is called felsic acid or felsic lava. What is felsic? Felsic means nothing but this only. Fel means ferrous means iron. Silica means Si. Felsic lava antanu kariತಾರೆ. Rich in silica, that's why. And viscosity is so high, that's why it is a sticky lava. This is another name, sticky lava, STICKY, sticky lava. And temperature is 700 to 800 degrees Celsius. Acid lava temperature is 700 to 800 degree temperature. See, this is the asthenosphere and magma which is coming out. And when it is sticky, it will not open up, right? When it is sticky means thick, it will not open suddenly. It will like start to increase its length within this only. Open agi horagade float agalla. ನೀರಾದರೆ ಫ್ಲೋಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಲಾವಾ ತಿಕ್ಕಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಆಸಿಡ್ ಲಾವಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ತುಂಬ ತಿಕ್ಕಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ. ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ, and because of that burst a vacant place created here. Vacant place means after bursting out ಏನು ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಖಾಲಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಟು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೇಕ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡೆರಾ ಲೇಕ್, CALDERA, ಕಾಲ್ಡೆರಾ ಲೇಕ್. It's called caldera lake. What is caldera lake? Nothing but volcanic lake. It is formed because of the volcanic activity. Caldera lake. It is formed because of the depression which is created through the volcanic vault. This is vault, right? Vault means opening. That vault itself acts as a lake because after burst there is no lava. Those lava will comes out, burst. After burst, see, this burst or some explosion happens only in the thick item. If it is not thick means, if it is thin means what happens? That will flows out here itself, right? There is no burst. Ist mele hogalla, il burst hogalla, ille flow agi hogbidutte. If it is less viscous, because of its highest viscosity, there is no opening, and because of higher pressure inside, sometime it will burst out. And because of this burst out, the vault created, vault means opening, this vault after bursting out, after this lava came out, this vault become empty place, and this acts as a lake because water going to collect because of rainfall, and this lake is called caldera lake. So caldera lake is nothing but volcanic lake. See, ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೈಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ, and along with this burst, not only lava comes out, along with lava there are so many pyroclastic materials like ashes and all. This ashes, that too in a higher altitude region, cloud forms, that too ash clouds forms because it's in a higher altitude. ತುಂಬಾ highest altitude ಹೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ashes directly reaches higher altitude, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ash clouds formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So ash clouds forms because of acidic lava, not because of basic lava. ತುಂಬಾ ಸತಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ash clouds because of acidic lava. And this is the difference between acidic lava and basic lava. In basic lava what happens? That is less thick. ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರೋಣ, don't write. That is very thin, means very fluent. It will flow like a water. That's why there is no burst and there is no viscosity. When there is no burst, when there is no viscosity means there is no mount, there is no cone shape. When there is no cone shape, it will not reaches higher altitudes. When it not reaches higher altitudes, the ashes collects here only at the surface of the earth. Because of this mount, ashes collects at the higher altitude and cloud forms, ash clouds. So ash clouds is because of acidic lava, not because of basic lava. And acidic lava is thick because it is highly viscous and temperature is more, like 700 to 800 degrees Celsius. Comparatively less, okay. Basic is more temperature than this. Next take heading as a basic lava. See, sometime ಈ ಕಾಲ್ಡೆರಾ ಲೇಕ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಲ್ಡೆರಾ ಲೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ಆಶಸ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೀರು ಸೇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಶ್ ಮಡ್ಸ್, it's like a mud flow happens after mixing ashes with the water. Mud flow happens. That mud flow is called lahara. LAHARE. Lahara is nothing but mud flow from the volcanic vaults or volcanic lakes. What is lahara? Lahara nothing but the mixture of volcanic ash plus water. When it flows, that mud flow is called lahara. Lahara, mud flow. Now take basic lava. This is chemical composition is somewhat different. Here it is iron and silica, right? In the acidic. In basic, iron and magnesium instead of silica. Iron and magnesium instead of silica, iron and magnesium. That's why we call it as a mafic lava. Here it is felic, right? Here it is mafic lava. That is felsic, it is mafic. Mafic means magnesium and iron. That means there is, if the question is like, if the statement is like, in the basic lava there is no silica at all, that is also wrong. But the amount of silica is very less compared to acidic lava. If the statement is, in basic lava there is no silica, wrong. In basic lava there is a silica, but comparatively magnesium amount is more than the silica amount. Right? Iron is normal, both in acidic and basic lava. And viscosity is low. Viscosity, this one, this is low. Like this is basic, this is acidic. In basic, viscosity is low, very less viscous, means it's like a water. Why it is less viscous? Because very high temperature. Basic is very high temperature. It starts from 1000 degrees Celsius. Means 1000 degrees Celsius more than 1000 degrees Celsius temperature. It's like a consider this as a asthenosphere and vault like this, and this is the surface of the earth, and there is no mount at all. When mount forms, because of the viscous, right? Here there is no viscous, there is no mount at all. Like if erupts here means like this only, flows like this, flows like this. This is the surface of the earth, flows like this. There is no mount at all. Acidic lava, right? This, I mean basic lava, right? This is a diagram in basic lava. Don't write mount. This is the magma. Because of this less viscous characteristics, this is called fluid lava. Basic lava is also called fluid lava. See, the explosion or burst because of what? Because of that viscosity. Here there is no viscous, it is very thin. That means there is no explosion at all. Basic lava will not experience will not experience burst, will not experience any explosion, will not experience mount, and will not experience lake, caldera lake, and there is no lahara. When there is no caldera lake means there is no lahara at all. So this caldera lake, lahara, ash clouds, these are all phenomena related to basic lava, I mean acidic lava, not basic lava. Basic lava, less viscous, high temperature, and more flow. Which is more flow? Less viscous, more flow, right? ನೀವು ನೆಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀರು ಚೆಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ದೂರ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹನಿ ಚೆಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. More flow ಯಾಕೆ? Less viscous. Water is less viscous, that's why more flow. So basic lava is more flow, means more widespread. Basic lava is widespread than the acidic lava. It reaches wide regions, large amount of regions, right? These are all lava. Take heading is a magma. What is magma? Intrusive form of lava. What is lava? Extrusive form of magma. Normally, inside Earth's surface, there is a rock. Okay. This is the Earth's surface. Rock. And these are the magma. Magma collect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. And because of the pressure differences and all, magma will comes out. If it comes out like this above surface area, then it will become lava. If it will comes out till here, but not reaches the earth's surface and forms the rock here itself, means cools down here itself. After coming surface it cools down, then it will become a rock outside the earth, means above the earth. Before coming out to the surface of, before reaching to the surface of the earth, if it cools down here itself, ille another cool adre, then it is called intrusive forms of rocks. Intrusive rocks or intrusive forms of rocks. INTRUSIVE, intrusive forms of rock. ಯಾವ ತರ rocks ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Like if the magma is like this, horizontal, called sill. If the magma is like this or like this, called dike, DYKE. Magma cools down like this horizontal form, then we call sill. Magma cools down in a vertical or like a cross form, we call it as a dike. And this sill in a longer note, like uddadre, we call it as phacholith. 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 Lith means rock, okay. Lith means rock. Phacholith. And if it forms like a, boulder, boulder, foundation stone use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, boulders, like ಬಂಡೆ ಕಲ್ಲು ಪುಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ, like ಈ ಥರ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬಂಡೆ ಥರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಆದರೆ, then it is called laccolith. Laccolith. If it is horizontal, we call phacholith. If it is like a boulder shape, then we call laccolith. If it is like crescent shape, then we call lipolith. ಒಂಥರ ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ಥರನೇ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಲಿಪೋಲಿತ್, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ. ಲಿಪೋಲಿತ್. Phacholith, lipolith, laccolith, sill, dike. These are the intrusive rock forms. This is formed because of magma. Sometime entire magma comes here above the rock but below the surface of the earth, and entire magma chamber they cools down. Entire magma chamber itself they cools down. Then it is called batholith. Batholith means like a foundation stone anta, athwa entire ground rock anta. There is no shape at all, as it is. Batholith. Phacholith means horizontal. Lipolith means crescent shape. Laccolith means a dome shape, or you can say boulder shape. Sill means horizontal but small. Dike means vertical or cross. Very important. What is this? Surface of the earth. So ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಭೂಮಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಇದೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. Surface of earth. These are all intrusive volcanic rock forms. Intrusive volcanic rock forms. ನೀವು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ, ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸೂಪರ್ಸ್ಟಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಲೈಕ್ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಕಲ್ಲು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದೇವರು ಅಂತ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ಅದು ವರ್ಷ ನೀವು ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಿಂತ 2 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 4 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೂಸಿವ್ ವೋಲ್ಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎರೋಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್, ಇದು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅದು ಇಂಟ್ರೂಸಿವ್ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಒಂದು ವೆಂಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಇಂದ, ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂದು ಪೈಪ್ ಲೈನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾಯಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂದು ಪೈಪ್, ವಾಲ್ಟ್, ಚಿಮ್ನಿ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಇಯರ್ ಬೈ ಇಯರ್. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಕಲ್ಲು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪವಾಡ, ಗಾಡ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಭಕ್ತರ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಉಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಮಠ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಕಡೆ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ, ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಇದೆ ಈ ಥರ ಸೂಪರ್ಸ್ಟಿಷನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಟೇಕ್ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಲ್ಕನೋಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋರು ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಆಯ್ತು ನಿಮ್ದು ಕಲ್ಲು ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಕಲ್ಲನ್ನು ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಂದ ಕಿತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಗೆ ಇಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಾ ನೋಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲಿಜಿಯಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಒಪ್ಪಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ? ನೋ, ಅದು ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಾಪನೆ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಅದೇ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದಿಕ್ಕು ಅದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದೇವ್ರ ಶಾಪಗಳು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೊಂದು ವೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಮಾ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ಬೆಳೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಿರ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ DC ಆಫ್ ಸಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇರಲಿ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಸೂಪರ್ಸ್ಟಿಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಮುಳುಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಲ್ಕ್ಯಾನೋ. See, volcano is important or it is bad or what? What is the characteristics? Is it required? Volcano is required for... Required means what? Importance means what? Is it important for bio life? Means is it important for the life? Volcano important ಲೈಫಿಗೆ? ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ ಜೀವಿಗಳೇನು ಬದುಕಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಬಯೋ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, ಬಾಟನಿ, ಜುವಾಲಜಿ, ಫ್ಲೋರಾ, ಫಾನಾ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ಏನಾದರೂ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ? ಯು ನೋ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ, ದೆನ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ, ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್? See, volcano is one form of degassing, right? What is degassing? The gases which is present at the core of the earth, which is coming out, is called degassing. And when earth was formed, because of the rotation of the earth, degassing happened, and rest of the remaining gases which is present between the, at the core of the earth, which will come out in the form of volcano, volcanic ashes, volcanic dust, moisture. These are all kind of atmospheric additions, right? Atmospheric gases addition ಆಗೋದಲ್ವಾ, so it is somewhat helpful, right? ಎಲ್ಲ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್. ಸೊ volcano is having some good benefits for the life forms, not always bad. And you know, this volcanic land form, this basic volcano, because of its high temperature, less viscous and very fluid, so it runs entire state itself. You know, when in Deccan Plateau near Maharashtra, several thousand years back, volcano erupted, and that is basic volcano, very high temperature, less viscous, and it spreads around entire state itself. Entire Maharashtra, ಮತ್ತೆ some parts of Karnataka, today's northern Karnataka, and some part of Andhra Pradesh, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹಬ್ಬಿದೆ ಸಾವಿರಾರು ವರ್ಷ ಮೊದಲು. And because of this, even today, we get to see black soils in North Karnataka and in Maharashtra region, cotton growing region. Cotton is the kind of crop which requires black soil. Black soil formed because of this rock, volcanic rock. Volcano black ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದು ಕೂಲ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್? ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆದರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ರಾಕ್ಸ್. ರಾಕ್ ಸೌದು ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಸೊ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು? ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಈಸ್ ರೆಡ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್, ನೋ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಲ್ಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಸೆವರಲ್ ಥೌಸಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಲ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಇಸ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೋಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗುಜರಾತ್ ರೀಜನ್ಸ್, highest growth of cotton even today because of its black soil, and it is very fertile also. The soil which is formed because of this volcanic activity, rocks, it is very fertile. So pulses, North Karnataka, South Karnataka pulses ಬೆಳೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. What is pulses? And this is the international year of pulses. ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, what is pulse? See, ನಾವೇನು ತಿಂತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್, ಈ ರಾಗಿ, ಭತ್ತ, ಜೋಳ, ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೀರಿಯಲ್. ಪಲ್ಸಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಬೇಳೆಗಳು, ಯಾವುದು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಕಾಟಿಲಿಡನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಎರಡು ಅದು ನೀವು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲೇಯರ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ 2 ಕಾಟಿಲಿಡನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಅದನ್ನು ಕಾಟಿಲಿಡನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ರೀಚ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಕಾಟಿಲಿಡನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ್ವಿದಳ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ಹಾಂ, ದ್ವಿದಳ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಪಲ್ಸಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ದ್ವಿದಳನ ಪಲ್ಸಸ್ಸೇ. ಆ ದ್ವಿದಳ ಯಾವುದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಬೇಕು ಬೆಳೆಯೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷಿಯಸ್. ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಗಿಟಿನೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷಿಯಸ್ ಅದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಿತೀವಿ, ಸೌತ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಯಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಾವು. ನಾರ್ತ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಯಾಕೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ಬರೀ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಸಮೇತ ಇದೆ. ರೈಟ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆನ್ ಅರ್ತ್. Volcanoes are lifeline on earth. Underline that, lifeline. Because of volcanic activity, large amount of gases, dust particle releases to atmosphere. See, these volcanic dust particles is very fertile, okay? If it reaches the agriculture field, means that is a kind of fertilizer. Very fertile. Second point, volcanoes bring minerals to the surfaces. This is very important. Surface means soil. Soil minerals taratte volcano. While coming from the asthenosphere, all the way from the asthenosphere to the surface, not only it comes, it also comes with minerals. Third point, rock formed from lava and magma. ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ರಾಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಲ್ಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಆ ರಾಕಿಗೆ ಇಗ್ನಿಯಸ್ ರಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. IGNEOUS, igneous rock. See, there are so many kinds of rock. Igneous rocks. If time permits, ಇವತ್ತೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ rock. Igneous rock means the rock which is formed because of this volcanic activity. Sedimentary rock, igneous rock, basalt, ಅದು ಸುಮಾರಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ನೋಡೋಣ. Next, this igneous rocks always it is helpful for construction activity, so it's the importance. Next thing, soil. Black soil of North Karnataka and Maharashtra, which is rich in micronutrients and macronutrients, and it is also fertile, is formed because of this volcano. Rich in micro and macronutrients, and it is fertile also. Fertile ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ? ತುಂಬ ಫಲವತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಏನೋ ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್. ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಬೆಳೀತಾರೆ. ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಪ್ರೀಶಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಪ್ರೀಶಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ diamond form because of volcano. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಸಿ, ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಚಾರ್ಕೋಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇದಲ್ವಾ, because of this volcanic activity, magma, have very heavy temperature. If carbon burns at very heavy temperature, that too thousands of years, carbon shifted its chemical composition to graphite. Carbon ididu graphite ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And again graphite under very heavy temperature of thousands of years, very heavy temperature as well as pressure, magmadalli of thousands of years, not in a single hour or single day, thousands of years, that graphite become diamond. So diamond is nothing but a carbon forms, another form of carbon only. Idlu charcoal ಇಂದ ಆಗೋದು diamond, that to very heavy temperature, very heavy pressure of thousands of years ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಇದ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೆವಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹೆವಿ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅದು ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಯು ನೋ ದಿಸ್, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೀಶಿಯಸ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸುಕ್ರೋಸಿಸ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೆದ್ರ? graphite, I mean diamond is a nothing but a metamorphic form, means structural changes, compositional changes, structural changes of carbon. Carbon changes into graphite, and because of the magma activity over the graphite, that to thousands of years, so metamorphic changes happens on the graphite and diamond going to form. Okay, this is all. Next, hot springs and geysers because of volcano. Hot springs. ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಯಾವುದೋ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದ ಹತ್ರ ಹಾಟ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಗೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಬಿಸಿ ನೀರು ಹರಿತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಅದು? ಅವತ್ತು ಭಾರತ ದರ್ಶನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಕೇದಾರ್ನಾಥ್ ಹತ್ರನ. rest of the atmospheric temperature is very cold in that region, but there is a hot spring. What is the reason? ಯಾಕಿರ್ಬೋದು? See, this is magma, right? ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೀಗೆ ವಾಲ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, and consider this is the earth surface. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಿರುತ್ತೆ, and this is the coldest region because Uttarakhand, Kedarnath, coldest region. So very heavy cold means low temperature. The water which is collected here having some connection with this magma because of chimney. So because of this magma, this water going to heat. So this hot water is called hot spring or geysers. 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 Next, this volcano is also tourism place. It attracts tourists so that economy helps. ನೀವು ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿನ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಟೂರಿಸಮ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್, UPSC. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ಸ್. ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ರೀಜನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಟೂರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಲೈಕ್ St. Mary's Island, St. Mary's, Malpe. That is a tourist place. That St. Mary's formed because of volcano only, right? So this volcano or volcanic activity is the tourist place. So it helpful for the economy of that country. And this hot spring sometimes having some medicinal activity, medicinal benefits, like it's for the skin problems and all. It is good for the skin problems. So medicine benefits are also there because of volcano. Medicinal benefits is also there because of volcano. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದು indirectly. Okay, this is all. And volcano is, we divided volcano based on the composition, right? Acid and basic. And because of frequency of volcanic activity, we divided three terms. One is active, another one is dormant, another one is extinct. Because of frequency of volcanic activity, we divided volcano into three types because of the frequency in volcanic activity. What is dormant? Something dormant ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Seed is dormant ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Seed is dormant. Seed, ಭತ್ತ, that is dormant. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಗದ್ದೆಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಗದ್ದೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಏನು? ಡಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಡಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಟುಡೇ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎರಪ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಸಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಡೇ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? It will not erupt. Even after 1000 years also it is not erupt. Dormant means it is going to erupt. Extinct means not erupt. Active means it is erupting. Hi. Very active, dormant and extinct. This is the types of volcano based on what? Frequency. ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. Active means now erupting. Dormant means sleeping. Means in other day it will erupt. It will erupt in few years. Extinct means last more than 200 years, it is not erupted. Means it going to extinct. 200 year in the extinct agila. From the past 200 years, it's not erupted. It's in a dormant stage only. So it is extinct. Normally first active, after some year it will become dormant. If it crosses dormant more than 200 years means that is extinct. It is in a dormant more than 200 years means that is extinct. Okay. Take heading volcanoes in India. Indian one. Where Barren Island situated, Barren, B-A-R-R-E-N, Barren Island. Barren. Volcanoes in India is heading. First one, Barren Island, B-A-R-R-E-N. Barren Island. This is in Andaman and Nicobar, okay? Andaman and Nicobar. Barren Island, Andaman and Nicobar. A-N-D-A-M-N, Andaman and Nicobar. N-I-C-O-B-A-R, Nicobar Island. This is active volcano. Active volcano. Next, Narcondam, N-A-R-C-O-N-D-U-M. Narcondam. This is also in Andaman Nicobar only, Narcondam. This is dormant stage. This is dormant stage, not active, dormant. Third one, Bharatong. Bharatong. This is also in Andaman and Nicobar. Bharatong, Andaman Nicobar. This is also in dormant stage. Dormant stage. Next, St. Mary's. Ellide? Karnataka. That too, Udupi district of Karnataka. Malpe, St. Mary's. That is extinct. Means 200 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ಆಗದೆ. More than 200 years ಆಯ್ತು. Extinct volcano. So ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು, ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. Extinct. Next, Deccan lava trap. Deccan, D-E-C-C, Deccan. ಅದೇ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ. Deccan means, Deccan Plateau means South India ಅಂತ. Deccan lava plateau or Deccan lava, enough. Trap, lava trap or plate, plain, whatever. This is in Maharashtra. This is extinct. Thousands years back. Extinct. And Dosi Hills, T-H-O-S-I, Dosi Hills, D-H-O-S-I, Dosi Hills of Haryana. This is also extinct. Dosi Hills. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೇಮ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಲೈಕ್ PSA ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್, ಅದು ಇದೆ, FDSD. Dosi Hills of Haryana. This is also extinct. Next, Tosham, T-O-S-H-A-M, Tosham Hills of Haryana. T-O-S-H-A-M, Tosham Hills of Haryana. This is also extinct. Dhinodar Hills of Gujarat. Dhinodar, Gujarat. This is also extinct. Dhinodar Hills of Gujarat. Extinct. Kanyakumari. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Which state? Tamil Nadu. Extinct. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೂ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್. Okay. Yeah. Enough. Volcano, finish. Revise volcano. If any doubt, please ask. No doubts? Clear? Everything. Take heading Physical Geography of India or Indian Physical Geography. Indian Physical Geography. What are the 6 physiogeographic zone of India? Hedi noda. Physiogeographic zone. Physiogeographic or physiographic antara. Physiographic zone of India. There are 6 physiographic zones. Mention it. Physiographic. PHY. 6 physiographic zone. ನೀವು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ? ಅನಾಟಮಿ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ, ಬಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್. ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ, ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅನಾಟಮಿ. ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ ಬಯಾಲಜಿಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಒಳಗೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಟ್ರೂಸಿವ್ ರಾಕ್ಸ್, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅನಾಟಮಿ. ಇದು ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ, ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಇವಾಗ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದೊಳಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ? ಫಿಸಿಯೋಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿಕ್ ಝೋನ್, ಫಿಸಿಯೋಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಝೋನ್, 6 ಫಿಸಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿಕ್ ಝೋನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. Like Himalayan mountain is one kind of physiographic zone, and another 5 heli. Great Northern Mountain, like Himalayan mountain adidalla ondu. Okay, first one, right? Great Northern Mountain means including Himalaya, yavudella barutte? Satpura, Vindhya, Aravallis. And within Himalaya, what are all the different mountains? Sahyadri, what is that? Shivaliks, not Sahyadri. Shivaliks. And medium, then higher Himalaya. Ononde nodoಣ. ಈಗ first just name it. Then one is northern mountains. Another 5. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೀವು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಏನು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ? ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್ ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಲೈಕ್ ಗಂಗಾ ಬೇಸಿನ್, ಅಲುವಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ಲೈನ್, ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಉತ್ತರ ಪ್ರದೇಶ್, ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಬಿಹಾರ್, ಸಮ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಾರ್ಖಂಡ್, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸಮ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಧ್ಯಪ್ರದೇಶ್, ಉತ್ತರ ಪ್ರದೇಶ್, ಮಧ್ಯಪ್ರದೇಶ್, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಈ ಗಂಗಾ ರಿವರ್ ಬೇಸಿನ್, ಗಂಗಾ ತೀರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ವೆರಿ ಫರ್ಟೈಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಏನೋ ದಿಸ್ ನೀವು ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗಂಗಾ ರಿವರ್ ಬೇಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಉತ್ತರ ಪ್ರದೇಶ್, ಬಿಹಾರ್. ಯಾಕೆ? ಫರ್ಟೈಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಿಗೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಫರ್ಟೈಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅದು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್, ಅಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯಿಂಗ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ದಿ ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಆದಾಗ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್? ಏನ್ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ? ಲ್ಯಾಟರೈಟ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್. ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಲುವಿಯಲ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲುವಿಯಲ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಫರ್ಟೈಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫಿಸಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿಕ್ ಝೋನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್, ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಉಂಟಾ? ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಉಂಟಾ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ? ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಏನಂತಾರೆ? ಮರುಭೂಮಿ ಉಂಟಾ? ಮರುಭೂಮಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ physiographic zone. If you look at some parts of Rajasthan, there is a desert. You know this Rajasthan area, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ today India, witnessing monsoon kind of climate, right? But thousands years back when India was there in the southern hemisphere, at that time there is no monsoon kind of climate for India, westerlies. And because of this westerly, today's Rajasthan area is dense forest once upon a time. Means today's desert is once upon a time dense forest area once upon a time. Okay, but adanalla illi baribedi, sumne information. See, This desert area is one kind of great desert of India. These are one kind of physiographic zone. Then ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪೆನಿನ್ಸುಲಾರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಯೂ. ಪೆನಿನ್ಸುಲಾರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಯೂ means what? Eastern plateau, Western plateau, then Deccan plateau. ಮೂರನ್ನು ಕೂಡಿ ಪೆನಿನ್ಸುಲಾರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಯೂ. ಪೆನಿನ್ಸುಲಾ means what? 3 side water, 1 side land. Peninsula. So peninsular plateau means same thing, left, right and south. So peninsular plateau, this is another kind of physiographic zone. Then ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ? ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಇರೋದು ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಗಳು, ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಗಳು. ದೆನ್ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಿದೆ? ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸಮುದ್ರ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್, ದ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫಿಸಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿಕ್ ಝೋನ್. ದೆನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಉಂಟಾ? ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್, ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡಮಾನ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್? ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಆರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಲಕ್ಷದ್ವೀಪ್, ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್, ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ 6 physiographic zones. 6 ಆಯ್ತಾ? 6 physiographic zones of India. Okay. First take heading, Great Northern Mountains. First of all, old fold mountains, Aravallis, right? Aravallis. Aravalli starts from, like, if you look at, this is a India map. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ this area, Aravalli area, right? From here, starts from Gujarat region and ends with Haryana. This Aravallis, old fold mountain, and Vindhya, Satpura, Narmada ಹೀಗೆ ಹರಿಯೋದು, ಹೀಗೆ ಈ ಥರ in between Vindhya and Satpura. ಆಮೇಲೆ it crosses Vindhya, ಈಚೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Then it reaches like this. This is Narmada. This Vindhya and this Satpura and this Aravallis, these are all great Indian mountains. And Himalaya, great Indian mountains. And within Himalaya, there are Himalaya is not a mountain, I told you, it's a cordillera. Not just a mountain, it's a cordillera. Right? What is cordillera? A group of mountains, one who are lying parallelly among each other. So, what is the first row? From the north. What is the first row? From the north. ಕಾರಾಕೋರಂ, ಲಡಾಖ್, ಜಸ್ಕರ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ಮೌಂಟೈನ್ಸ್, ಕಾರಾಕೋರಂ, KARA, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ಮೌಂಟೈನ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಸಬ್ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ಮೌಂಟೈನ್ಸ್, ಕಾರಾಕೋರಂ, ಲಡಾಖ್, ಜಸ್ಕರ್, ಕಾರಾಕೋರಂ, ಲಡಾಖ್, ಜಸ್ಕರ್. These are the different ranges. What is ranges? See, this is single mountain and many mountains next to each other. This is range, mountain range, and parallel to each other, this is cordillera. Right? So this Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar, these are the different ranges, one after the other, combinedly called cordillera. Next, Himalayan mountains, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Great Himalayan or Himadri, right? Great Himalayan, Himadri. Then middle or central Himalaya, then lower Himalaya is called ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಶಿವಾಲಿಕ್ಸ್. ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ, W not V, ಶಿವಾಲಿಕ್ಸ್. Okay, these are the great Himalayan mountains. Next, Great Northern Plains. The plain which is formed because of Yamuna river, Ganga river, Brahmaputra river, means the river which is coming out from the Himalayan region, the plains which is formed because of Himalayan rivers. Like, consider this is the Himalayan mountain, like hege bandu, and it carries sediments also, and these sediments start to collect here, and because of this alluvial soil, and this is very fertile, and the rocks which collects here called bhabar, means it is a bold rocks, and small shaped rocks collects over here, and after that very small, that is soil, and here very fertile soil, like loamy soil. Okay, here, so these are the plain, fertile plain, the plain which is formed because of the rivers, that too Himalayan rivers. And what is the difference between Himalayan rivers and South Indian rivers? Which is older? Now tell me, which is older? Peninsular river older or Himalayan? Peninsular means the rest of the South India, Ikade river. And North Indian rivers like Ganga, Brahmaputra, Yamuna, idalla. Okay. And South Indian rivers like Kaveri, Krishna, ee kelagade ನೋಡ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಇದಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವುದು ಓಲ್ಡರ್? ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ರಿವರ್. ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ಹೌ? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಿ. See, again continental drift theory. Before, our today's India is not there in today's place. It is in a southern hemisphere. So, southern hemisphere, that is a monsoon, that is not a monsoon region. Southern hemisphere monsoon rainfall ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. And this peninsular river formed because of the monsoon climate, monsoon kind of climate. So, India experienced monsoon kind of climate when it reaches northern hemisphere. So, after reaching India northern hemisphere, this peninsular river starts to flow because of this monsoon kind of climate. India's mainland experiences monsoon kind of climate. Because of this climate, this river got generated. So, it is new one. And the peninsular river, the Himalayan rivers, that is there before Himalaya. Himalaya kinta modle. If you look at Brahmaputra, that is not arise in India. Brahmaputra arise in northern part of Himalaya. That means what? Himalaya ಹೇಗಾಗಿದ್ದು? When India reaches, means Indo-Australian plate reaches Eurasian plates, because of the push fold mountain form, that is Himalaya. So, ನೀವು Himalayan river ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ Himalayan mountain ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋ ತರ ಕಾಣುತ್ತದೆ. It looks like it just cuts down the Himalayan mountain and flowing, but it is actually not. Before forming Himalaya only, there was a river flow. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತೆತ್ತಿಸಿಗೆ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬಂದು ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ಜಾಗ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ಫ್ಲೋ ಇಂದ ಅದು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ, ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಿಮಾಲಯನೇ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿವರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಥಿಯರೀಸ್ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈವನ್ ಕೆಲವು ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲೂ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆ, ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಮಚ್ ಪವರ್, ಇಟ್ ಈವನ್ ಕಟ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಹಿಮಾಲಯ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ರಾಂಗ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಬೆಳಿಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ. when this Indo-Australian plate pushes this Eurasian plates, the mountain generated rest of the region, not on the water flowing region. That's why today also it looks like this water flowing region or this river cuts this Himalaya anta kaanatte hage, but that is not a true one. Okay, and the region which is formed, the plain which is formed because of these rivers, are called North Indian plains, and that is very fertile and good for the agriculture. So highest population even today are the residents of this region. Okay, and what is the next thing? Next thing nodi now, deserts. Deserts, no need of explanation. There is some parts of Rajasthan, some parts of Gujarat, little parts of Haryana even experiencing some desert kind of climate, and it is in a western part of India. And because of the monsoon climate, because the Indian mainland experiences this monsoon, if you look at the monsoon wind, because of India's position, India is in a peninsular, like 3 sides water, 1 side land, and this 3 sides water, the winds, the rainfall winds, they will not reach Rajasthan region. ಡೆಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬೋತ್ ಅರೇಬಿಯನ್ ಸಿ ವಿಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬೇ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಸಿ ವಿಂಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ there is no winds, there is no rain. Because of the less amount of rain, there is a desert. And because of desert, ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ಫಾನಾ ಫ್ಲೋರಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Like xerophytic plants. If you look at desert, xerophytic means less amount of water. Xerophytic. The plant which is able to grow in a less minimum water are called xerophytes. Botany. Xerophytes ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Like papas kali, or dates, or some other cactus kind of species. And the fauna also, animals also. Look at camel, long leg. Because if it is a short leg, abdomen is very near to the earth, ground. When abdomen is near to the ground means it experiences heat waves, heat. So it is away from the ground. And if you look at the eyeliners of the, the lid of the eye of the camel, very strong. Why it is very strong? Because desert, wind, along with wind there may be sand. And if you look at the skin of the camel, very hard. And the water storage capacity, hump, because of less amount of water availability, whenever it reaches water ponds, it collects and stores its water on its back, hump. So these are the morphological changes, adjustment, right? Hi. Next ಏನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್? Peninsula. See, Central Land, Eastern Plateau and Deccan Plateau. Central Highland, Eastern Plateau and Deccan Plateau. Central Highland, Eastern Plateau and Deccan Plateau. We combinedly called what? Peninsular India. Central Highland, Eastern and Peninsular. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು? ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಹೈಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟು, ಪೆನಿನ್ಸುಲಾ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ Chhattisgarh region, okay? Chhattisgarh is the connecting point. This is the Central Highland. This is the eastern part and this is the southern part, means Deccan. Chhattisgarh is the reaching point. And there is a river called Son river reaches here, like it flows like this, and here it flow as a Mahanadi, and here it flows as a Narmada. And what is this place called? When Narmada Mahanadi reaches Son, Amarkantak, ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಾ? Very important, Amarkantak region. Amarkantak, Chhattisgarh. Amarkantak. So this combinedly called Peninsular Plateau. Now tell me, the Himalayan foothill states like Assam and northeastern states, they comes under Himalayan or peninsular region, like physiographic region. I told you there are physiographic regions, right? Himalayan region or mountain or northern plain or peninsular. Is it comes under Himalayan, great northern mountains or great northern plains, or is it comes under like peninsular plate or peninsular plain or peninsular plateau? Peninsular, because peninsular is combiningly Central Highland and Deccan Plateau and Eastern Plateau. These northeastern states like Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, even parts of West Bengal, even parts of Chhattisgarh, Odisha, those are all comes under Chhattisgarh. Those are all comes under Eastern Plateau. When Eastern Plateau means what? It is a peninsular only. So ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. These Himalayan foothill states, they are all parts of North Indian plain. No, they are parts of peninsular plateau. ನಮಗೆ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಛತ್ತೀಸ್ಗಢ ಅಲ್ಲ. No, Chhattisgarh is not a part of North Indian Plateau or North Indian Plain in a physiographic terms ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ, or it is not a part of Great Indian Mountains. It's a part of peninsular plain or peninsular plateau. Okay, because peninsular is combiningly Central Highland, Deccan Plateau and Eastern Plate or eastern part of India, combiningly called peninsular plateau. Okay, this is one. So this one, ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಬರ್ಸಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇವನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ UPSC ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ದ ಸೋನ್ ರಿವರ್ ರೀಚಸ್ ನರ್ಮದಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಹಾನದಿ. This place is called Amarkantak, which is there in the Chhattisgarh, and this is the where 3 plates joining region, means peninsular plateau, hot region, central region, hot region of the peninsular plateau. This Amarkantak is the central part or hot region of this peninsular plateau that is there in Chhattisgarh. Okay, so if the question is like Meghalaya comes under which out of this 6 physiographic zone? Peninsular. See, ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಪೆನಿನ್ಸುಲಾರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಡೆಕ್ಕನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು. ಪೆನಿನ್ಸುಲಾರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ಸಿ, ಪೆನಿನ್ಸುಲಾರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಬಟ್ ಮೇಘಾಲಯ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್, ಅದು ನಾವು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಮೌಂಟೇನಿಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ನೋ, Meghalaya means that is also peninsular, because peninsular also means eastern plate or eastern plateau, eastern plain. Okay, this is all. And you know the difference between delta and estuaries, I already discussed it so many times. What is the difference? Delta and estuary. Delta normally eastern or western coast. Delta normally western coast. Delta means it carries sediments, so the sediments start to collect at the sea reaching places. When river reaches sea, that place is called delta. And estuary, what is delta and estuary? River reaching place, river ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಮುದ್ರ reach ಆಗೋ ಜಾಗ, ಅದನ್ನ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಅಥವಾ ಈಸ್ಚುರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಫ್ ದ ರಿವರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಓಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಸಿ, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ವೆನ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್, ಯಾವಾಗ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ? ವೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ರಿವರ್ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಎನಿ ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಬರುವಾಗ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಬಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗೋದಲ್ವಾ? ವೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ರಿವರ್ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಎನಿ ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ದೆನ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಸ್ಚುರಿ. Normally, these east flowing rivers are the peninsular rivers, not Himalayan rivers. These peninsular rivers will not carry the sediments normally, because these are the seasonal rivers. Summer seasonal matra chanag flow irutte, like Kaveri or rest of the rivers, they are the seasonal rivers, right? The peninsular rivers are the seasonal rivers. So these forms estuaries. And Himalayan rivers, those carry the sediments. Himalayan rivers, those carry the sediments because they are not seasonal. They flow all around the year. In the summer, because of the glacier melt or ice melt. In the rainy, because of the rainwater, it flows all around the year and it carries sediments. That's why the northern plain as well as delta. So these Himalayan rivers normally joins Bay of Bengal. So Bay of Bengal region means eastern coast experiences delta. Western coast experiences estuary because normally peninsular rivers flows towards western coast, Arabian Sea. Peninsular rivers reaches Arabian Sea. Himalayan rivers reaches Bay of Bengal. Normally, this is not 100% antalla. If you look at Brahmaputra river, every year Assam going to flood. Assam alli prati varsha Assam alli rhinoceros ಇದೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಕಾಜಿರಂಗ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದಿದೆ. ಕಾಜಿರಂಗ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ Assam's very favorite and very famous ಟೂರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಕಾಜಿರಂಗ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಆನೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಗೆಂಡಮೃಗ ನೋಡೋಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದು. You have to visit that. If you visit the Kaziranga National Park, there is a elephant ride for ಟು ವಾಚ್ ರೈನೋಸರಸ್. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಯಾರು, ರಾಮನಾಥ್ ಕೋವಿಂದ್ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರ ವೈಫ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು. ಅದು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾಜಿರಂಗ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಯರ್ ಫ್ಲಡ್. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ Brahmaputra river. That is perennial, means very heavy flow. All around the year they will flow, not only in the rainy season. Okay, and this Brahmaputra river, they reaches Bay of Bengal, not Arabian Sea. So while reaching Bay of Bengal, it will carry some sediments and it will drop that sediments while reaching the Bay of Bengal. That droplets of the sediments is itself is a delta, right? And you know, Andhra Pradesh, Visakhapatnam, it is the only coast of the eastern coast. It is the only place of the eastern coast having natural port. To form a fort, ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಡೀಪ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ natural port construction. Why? Because there is no delta, estuary. When it is estuary means there is no sediment. When there is no sediments, there is no sand. And these ships able to come to near to the mainland. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು? ನೀರು ಬೇಕು. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಏನೋ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಶಿಪ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಡನ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಬೇಕು. ಹೀಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಬರೀತೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದು ಹೀಗಿದೆ, ಶಿಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಹೀಗಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿದೆ? ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗಿದೆ, ಶಿಪ್ ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೈನ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ತನಕ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ದೊಡ್ಡ JCB ತಗೊಂಡು ಇದನ್ನು ತೆಗಿತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಡಿಸಿಲ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿಶಾಖಪಟ್ಟಣಂ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹೆಡೇಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸಿಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಅದರ್ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ JCB ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಂತಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ತೆಗಿತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸಿಲ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೆರೇನಿಯಲ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಸಿಲ್ಟನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಶಾಖಪಟ್ಟಣಂ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್. Visakhapatnam there in the western coast, Andhra, then also it is natural coast. And so many eastern coasts are natural coast only. So many western coasts are natural coast only. And Visakhapatnam, that is the eastern coast, that is the natural coast. And rest of the ports of the eastern coast are not natural because of delta. Rest of the ports of the eastern coast are not natural because of sedimentation, because of delta. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್? See, normally we get to see delta in which coast? Eastern. ಯಾಕೆ? See, ಇದು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ಇದು ಈಸ್ಟ್, ಇದು ವೆಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬೇ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಹತ್ರ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಡ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬೇ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ದಿ ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಶಿಪ್ ಇದ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈ ಥರ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸೆಡಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರೀ ವಾಟರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಶಿಪ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ ಅಡಿಗಡೆ ತಾಗತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಪ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಡಿಸಿಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬೇಡ, ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಡಿಸಿಲ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಇದನ್ನೇ ತುಂಬ ಸತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಔ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಫಿಸಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿಕ್ ರೀಸನ್? ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಯು ನೋ ರೈಟ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ಸಿ, ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? ದ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ, ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅದನ್ನು, ಒಂದು ಹೀಗೆ ಬರೀರಿ, ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಚಿತ್ರ ಹಾಕಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ದ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕೊಂಕನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್. ದ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ಗೋವಾ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಗೋವಾ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್. ಗೋವಾ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್, ಕೊಂಕಣ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೊಂಕಣ್. means near to Maharashtra. The coast which is near to Goa are called Goa coast. The coast which is near to India, like ಮಲ್ಪೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬೀಚಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಏನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ? ಕೆನರಾ. ಕೆನರಾ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್. ದ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕೆನರಾ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೌತ್ ಕೆನರಾ, ಅದೀಗ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಸೌತ್ ಕೆನರಾ. ಹಾಂ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ಕೇರಳ, ಮಲಬಾರ್. ಮಲಬಾರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟಿ, ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಟೈಮ್. ಹಾಂ, ಮಲಬಾರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವಂಕೋರ್ ಜೊತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅದು, ಅಥವಾ ಕೇರಳ ಹತ್ರ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಮಲಬಾರ್. ದ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಕೇರಳ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಮಲಬಾರ್. ಈಚೆ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡ. ದ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡು ಏನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ? ಕೋರಮಂಡಲ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್. ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ? ಕೋರಮಂಡಲ್. CORE. And the coast next to Andhra Pradesh, Utkal or Kalinga coast. Utkal or Kalinga. And above that, adra melgade Bengal alli. See, this Utkal and Kalinga is Andhra and Odisha, e region. Andhra and Odisha region, Utkal and Kalinga. Below that Coromandel, above that Bengal coast, means next to West Bengal. Bengal coast. So Bengal coast, Kalinga coast or Utkal coast, Coromandel coast, Malabar coast, Canara coast, Goa coast, Konkan coast. That's why Konkan railway, Bombay and the railway, Konkan. ಹಾಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಎನಫ್ ಐ ಗೆಸ್. ನಾಳೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ.